welcome to my, oh, what was that? Hello, my name's Nicole and I am Be a Flamingo, and I've just scared myself, I think. Hello, this is Sunday's vlog. I'm filming this Saturday afternoon. There's a lot of traffic outside, a lot of noise everywhere. But I thought this morning, I was like, I'm going to do it this morning. And I woke up and it was dark. And then at 7 o'clock, which is when I normally like film because it's all nice and quiet and it's lovely, it was like pitch black and I had lights on. I'm thinking this is not good for filming. I do have studio lights, but they're in the shed, and the shed has spiders, and I'm not brave enough yet to go in there. I keep saying I need to, and I do need to, because I need to get the studio lights out, but I'm just not brave, you know. I need to do something. Right, this week I kind of thought I don't know what's going on this week, because I thought I had loads of plans to make loads of different stuff and I haven't done anything. So I'm like, but I've got to make something to show you guys that, you know, stuff. So I'm going to show you what I have made. Some of them are remakes, because I'm building up my stock. Some of you would not have watched my Wednesday podcast, and I announced, I didn't announce actually, I think I've lost my voice or it's gone somewhere. I don't know what's going on today. I announced that on the 27th of September, which is next Saturday, or Saturday coming, at 12 midday, I am opening my online shop, my website, for my Enchanted Forest cuties. I do know quite a lot of creatures and mushrooms and everything. So 12 o'clock on the 27th September. So with that in mind, I was like, I should make some stock. But obviously it's a website and I don't know how many people are going to be, you know, want to order really. So I'm just kind of like, how much stock should I make? So I'm not going to have too much, but I'm not going to have too little. I don't know is the answer. Because when you go to a market, you kind of scout it out first, and you kind of like figure out how busy it's going to be. Oh, my straps keep falling down, sorry. How busy it's going to be, so you kind of can guess. And if you're looking at the weather as well, the weather's not going to affect my website. I don't know how busy it's going to be, because I don't know how many people actually want any of my stuff. So it's a little hard, but I need to build up stock. I need to do some more bits. I don't know, to be honest. I really just don't know. I brought some bits of what I've made. So let's start off with non-mushrooms. Let's start off with axolotls. Do you know what? I love these. These are so cute. They can just be little creatures. I have like undersea enchanted sea? Enchanted pond? Not a lake. Enchanted swamp. But these are my axolotls. I have them in pink, purple and blue. None of them have got the heads sewn on. It doesn't matter what I do. They always go to the... They're always a little bit thing. These are so cute. So I've stocked up. I did 3 of these. I do them in parts, like the heads and then the legs, arms and tail, and then body, and then so I just love this. It's brilliant. So I did 3 of those. Yes, just 3 of those. I'll do some pinks because I've only got 1 pink left in my stock. Actually, come with me. Let me put you on pause and come with me. Right, this is where I keep my stock. My house is very old, very weird, quirky. So I've not got much. I've just actually taken loads off so I can show you. So I've got my mushrooms, all my enchanted stuff at the top and a little bit at the bottom. I've got my chicks in outfits. Do you want those on the website? I've got like a bat, got capybaras, got my axolotls, and then at the bottom is going to start be filling with Christmas stuff. So yeah, I haven't got a huge amount, you can tell. Right, so that's where I keep my stock. It's just ridiculous. And my sort of box of stuff. But that's my stock. Right, I'm back sitting down, and hopefully you're actually in the right place. Who knows? So that's where I keep my stock. There is not a lot, to be honest, is there? There isn't a lot at all. And I'm gonna need to make. The past couple of days, I've been really, 2 days of the month, I'm like, none of my tablets work, like none of my medication feels like it's working. All I want to do is eat everything in the house. And it's one of those days. And I can't really do much because I've tried to crochet this morning and I was like, this is not going well. I don't know what I want to make. I've got so much I can make. It's really exciting stuff I want to make. But I don't know. Anyway, so we've got my axolotls. You see those? Oh, I do love those. And my safety eyes on there. These are 18mm. These are UKCA certified. You know, we're not going to talk about it. I said I wasn't going to say anything about Christmas, but I need to show you these because they're just so cute. These are, it's a little snowman, got a bobble hat on it, beanie hat. I'm going to sort of sew the hat on so they don't keep coming out. I'm going to do them a few different colours. Let me tell you who these are from. Actually, I can tell you. Easy Crochet Plushies. I will have these on my Google Docs as per normal. And I've got some others from them, so I want to start making these. So I'm thinking I have three Christmas events, and they're going to be a lot, so I want to take at least 10 of each of these. So I've got these, I've got elves, I've got penguins, gingerbread. I'm sure I've got some others as well, Christmas trees and stuff like that. I want to take 10 of each, so I need to start because the first one is November the 15th. Yeah, so I've made 3 of these. How cute are they? They're so easy to make. Like, you start from the top, go down, put your eyes in. They say do this while you're just at this point, but you can do this afterwards. It's surface crochet. Bobble stitches for the arms, and then just close it up. I just put a bit of surface stitch for the coal bits, and then just eyes on there. And then I think the most thing that takes the most time is bobble out because it's quite large. I was like, does it have to be that big? And it does really, just to fit on its head. But I think it's perfect. Look at it, it's so cute. So I'm going to do some different colours of those. I've only got half a ball of white left. I can't order anything till next week. Not next week, the week after. Ooh, that's so scary. I'm on a yarn ban. So that's my snowman and my axolotl. And then I went on to my mushrooms. So because I put some over into the shop, I made some more chantillies. I love these faces. It's just a little derpy. I don't even know what derpy means. Shall we Google it? Derpy. My phone doesn't like to... It keeps autocorrecting it to Derry. Foolish or stupid? Silly, foolish or awkward? Silly. I like the word silly, not derpy. It's so cute. Can you hear all those dogs outside? So I've done that one, and I've done this one as well. Different colours, just like different. This is Yarn Smith Snug as a Bug. I just love it. I'm going to order some more when I'm allowed to. So yeah, so I've got these. So that takes it up to 3. I don't know if I need more. And then I just sort of, because I put some around next door. I've got some of these. Little few faces. I think I've stuffed this one a bit too more. I've started doing my dots like that. Don't know if I like them. I'm experimenting with my dots on my mushrooms. So yes. So I've got that one. And this one as well. I use a cream yarn, so it's not white, it's cream, and then whatever brown my hand lands on really for the gills. And then I've just got this red because I've got loads of Wolan's Bunny Baby red, and which seems to be really nice for this. So anything you sew on? Well, obviously you sew the hat to the gills, but this is by Irasimiles. I should know because I'm doing a pattern test. My first ever pattern testicle. I got one, yay! for her mushrooms. So I started that this morning, but I didn't like it for the colours I made. So I'm going to sit down once I've done this and I've calmed myself down. I'm going to start doing it again because it is just beautiful. But yes, this is like one of my favourite patterns. Look at this. Oh, so cute. So staying with the mushroom themes. So I've got those. I don't know how long this video is going to be because I just got much to show you. We've got some things we need to talk about and choices to make though together. Then I had this one and it's sat on my desk. It's by Diddy's Plushies. How cute is that? It is a little mushroom guy. How cute is that? I really like how she says to do these, which is really just going over 3 or 4 or 5 times over, and so it makes a little round. Can you see? I'm not very good at spacing. This is an all-in-one. No sew on this one. It's brilliant. So start from, I can't take this off because I've sewed this on. So the head downwards, it's got a little derpy smile. This is obviously my thing. You crochet these in, and the feet she did really differently. And I can't explain it, but I kind of like it. And I thought this is easy, and it kind of makes it sit quite nicely. Obviously this is my first one, so when I make the second, third, fourth one, or how many ever I get to make, it gets better. But the first one's always a bit, let's see what we can do here. Now, this is surface crocheted in. She says to do it once, this is all thing, but I actually would find it better to do it before I put the legs on, because the legs kept getting in the way. So just a little surface crochet. I think it's like double crochets or half double crochets, increases in one. That's cute. This done separate. I think what I'm going to do, because I've tacked this all down, I've sewn this all on, it looks a bit French. So bonjour, champagne. Is that mushrooms? Champagne. Could be something completely different. I don't think I listened to my French lessons. And I thought, it's kind of like a little flat cap. But I think maybe I'm going to try and put a bit of stuffing around here, so then it pushes it up. So when I sew it on, because you don't have to sew them on, you can have them as separate. You can choose your own like mushroom caps. So when I sew it on, then it'll just be a bit more. So for the next one, we'll see what that comes out like. I really like this. Now this isn't made in cream, this is an off-white. It's called Pearl, I think, and Wyland's Bunny Baby. I just find, I've got a little blush on there, look. Cute. Little eyebrows as well. I find white for some of the stuff is just too harsh. It's too bright, I just don't like it. So with my mushrooms, I like to use cream and off-whites. I like him. I made him yesterday. Did I make you yesterday? Or was it the day before? Which one? I think it might have been yesterday. You are so cute. So he's going to be for sale. Not this one, but the other one's going to need to test and everything. My next ones, they're going to be for sale on my Enchanted Forest. I'm quite excited about just seeing how it does online. One, I'd like to rehome some of this stuff, and two, I just want to see people's reactions. And I know I get it. I haven't had a market for like over 2 months now. 2 months? 2 months? I don't know. Can't remember when the last one was. Was it August? And we're in the end of September now. I kind of missed that interaction. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell you. We're going to have to stop. I've only got 2 more things to show you, or 2-ish. I forgot to say this on my podcast on Wednesday, and I'm like, the whole reason I was going to do the podcast, because I needed to tell you this. I went to, so if anybody's been following along, I have a monthly market in my little town where I live, and I like to go. It's kind of, I can walk there and it's brilliant. But when I tried to book for September and onwards, they didn't have space for me, which I understand. It's quite popular market, and it does get really busy. I like being there, even though it's not fully my demographic, but I like being there because I talk to a lot of people in my town and they come out and they come and see me. But he couldn't fit me in until November, I think. And I was like, I was so sad. I was so sad at myself because I hadn't pre-planned this. So I thought, it was last Saturday. It was last Saturday. So I toddled down there. One, I needed cake. And they have this lady that does pasties and sausage rolls, and they're just absolutely fantastic. I needed to see a few people that, you know, stall holders. So I popped down there because I thought, oh, he hasn't got room for me. I did say, put me on a list. If you get any space, come and, you know, just message me and I'll come down. So I went there and saw my friend Sue and saw the people who run it, who are lovely. And then had a look around. They'd replaced me. It just, you know, this is going to happen at some point. But just, it's a bit of a, there are other crochet people there, but they do like handbags and clothing. But there were two crochet people. One did bookmarks and little things, but had a few little plushies, and the other one just had plushies. She had a big mushroom about this big, and she must have used Snug as a Bug, because I did pick it up, but I thought, I'm not paying £15 for that when I can make it myself. I like to support other people, other crocheters and everything, but I was having a bit replaced sort of thing. I'm going to go back in October and see who else is there. They did have space. They had a space available for me, but I understand why he wouldn't. I understand that as a business, he needs to fill that, they need to fill their market. That's their business. They need to fill the space. I think, but it's a little bit, I've been replaced. And her stuff was okay. It was lovely. It was lovely. I feel like the kind of things I make are a little, we're quite tall. You can't see my hands, which is probably good because I do talk a lot with my hands. I suppose mine's a little different, I think, because like she had mushrooms there and stars and nothing overly complicated, and I like complicated. Like, well, this isn't complicated, but you know, kind of different kind of thing. So that was a bit gutting. As I came home and I was speaking to Debs from Coastal Crochet, I said, I've been replaced. I was like, so sad. And I was like, you know, after I had a cup of tea and a cake, it's an amazing cake. I can't stop thinking about this cake, and I need to go and find where he actually sells next. And I thought, no, he needs to fill his stores. That's what it is, and he doesn't want to have too much crochet, because there's already a lady who crochets, but she does it in acrylic there. That's there every month as well. And they had another one doing some clothes and stuff. So that's a lot of crochet and yarn kind of stalls. So I understand it, but it's a bit. But I'm there November, not in the monthly one, which is the beginning of the month, but I'm there on the 23rd. I want to say the 23rd. I tell you, it's on my diary, but my diary's on my phone, and my phone I'm talking to at the moment. So yeah, so that was what I wanted to tell you. There was something else that I really wanted to tell you, but I didn't because I'd forgotten. And I can't remember. It was obviously important. Anyway, going back to crochet. So I've got all my mushrooms. Now that's all the mushrooms I'm going to do, apart from, I'm going to see how I do on this testicle. And probably do some more of that. Some more of those because they're very cute. Let me take a sip. Oh, let me show you this. My friend Jen from Ties to Resin, she does resin art. She made this tumbler for me so I can keep my cup of tea in there, and it's got a lid. The problem I have is that I have my drinks. I always have 2 drinks. They've all got lids on them, but the problem not having my cup of tea is that, you know, my yarn leaves fluff everywhere, and the amount of times I was like, go to take a sip and there's fluff in my cup of tea, and I was like, I'm not having this. So she made this. Isn't she beautiful? She does some of the most amazing resin art. I'm just like in awe. I went round to hers the other day and I was like, I just needed to collect something, drop something off, and I was like, I just need to can I play? But we all know my resin. Me and resin do not go along. So I've given her all the stuff that I was trying to do the other week. I've just given it to her. Right, back on target. Got my mushrooms, and then I needed my creatures. So I got my foxes. I'm gonna go get one. I've got my little fox. Sorry about that. It is a mess. I have been watching loads of YouTubes. What do you do? Do you just have like a wall where you just stock it all up and you never use the yarn from it so it looks all pretty? Or do you just have a massive clear out first before you film? What's this? Because I'm not getting it. Because look at this. This is just all a mess. Look, I've got colours mixed over here, and I'm just. It's not. I'm just. Look, we'll just go with that. I've got my little mushroom guardian as well. It's so cute. So I've got my fox. I just really love him. He is from Lyra Loon Designs, Lyra Loony Softies. And I just really like making him. It's just something about it. I do have another pattern coming, I think anytime now, any day, from Hugurumi Toys. Excuse me, I'm talking too fast, my mouth can't keep up. So Hugurumi Toys, I'm part of the Patreon, her Patreon. So she's just released a big fox, which I really wanted to make this week, but I just didn't get to it. And she's got a little mini fox, which I'm going to do. And I think it's a red panda, but my red panda, I'm not quite sure whether I want a red panda or I might just do an enchanted panda. But I like this fox. It's just so quick and easy to make, and I just love it. So I've got that. I've only got one, because if you remember the other time I didn't do the white on it and it was horrendous. So I make a couple more of those. I think maybe I have 3 of them. And then I was like, getting a squirrel, because I've got my mushrooms in my forest. I've got my forest guardian, my forest sprite, and I've got the baby sprite, which is just there and is grumpy. And my other sprite, which is down here. Well, that's what it's here. So I'm going to make another one of these because I just love them. So these will all be for sale. And I figured I need some animals. So I've got a fox. And I thought, I need a squirrel. So again, going back to Hugurumi Toys, which is why I started on this in the first place. She did a squirrel pattern, because I've got quite a few squirrel patterns and none of them look right. But this one's my favourite. Look at this. How cute is that? I mean, I need to do a different colour. I just feel, I don't know why, but I always make my animals in the colours that they should be, you know, that are in real life. I'm starting to think maybe I should push my boundaries a bit and use different colours, but I would need to make a grey one, because mainly in the UK we have grey ones. Very rare to see a red one. I loved this. A very, very weird way to make it. It's the tail that was weird, and I can't even explain it. But it's nice. And then it just sort of, I like the face, because like got the double bubble stitches, but there's 6, and then you do the ears on after. What am I saying, Nicole? What am I saying about you? I think you're lovely, you're perfect. Do you grey, and I'll get you a couple of buddies, I think. Maybe put a bit of furry yarn on your tail. You ever seen a squirrel's tail close up? They look fluffy, but they're not. They are fluffy, but they're not as fluffy as you think they would be. They're kind of see-through. Kind of amazing, really. I like him. He's a yes, I think. But I'm not going to do him in that colour, because that's like a foxy colour. When I was making him, I was thinking this is just everything looked too the same kind of thing. Because I've used no, he's had off-white and he's got cream. Yeah, I really like them. I was making him when I was on a chat to Debbie from or Debs from Coastal Crochet. Go and watch her latest videos, and she's going to have one out tomorrow as well, which is today. Tomorrow's Sunday, so when you're watching this, she'll have another video out of market recap. But I was like, let's just do a chat along. Sometimes I feel a bit lonely, and I needed to chat to somebody, and she's perfect because we're like two pods and a pea, 2 peas in a pod. Whatever the saying is. And it was 2 hours late, and I was like, oh my goodness, I better go. But that was lovely. She made an axolotl, I made a squirrel, and that was quite nice. We just chatted about anything really, and it's quite nice. I think what we're going to do is, so I have my podcast on a Wednesday, and I think we're going to do just maybe a come crochet with us. So I'll keep my podcast on my separate, so I always have something to do on Wednesday, because sometimes I just need to get it out and just tell you all this stuff that's going on, and then have a crochet along with us whenever, once a week. Once on my channel, next week's on Deb's channel, and we're kind of the same. It's quite funny, it's just hilarious. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just throwing stuff at you. I'm just throwing words at you, and I need to kind of calm it down. We're not as funny as last week's. I don't know what was going on, but again, I'm having one of my weird days of the month. I have got a big thing to show you, but I've got 2 other things to show you first. And the first one is not finished. Now, she has got a tester call on at the moment. Yes, okay, I know, I don't know how to say tester call. But I'm not the only one. I was watching some other crochet vlogs, because that's what I do. I have crochet vlogs on my iPad, and I have everything here. And where is she? What is her name? Link her down below. Crafty Chaos Emporium. She has done this magical mushroom, or a mushroom. It's a mushroom pattern, and we're convinced her that she has to do it as a paid pattern because it's so brilliant. Tracy from Travel Crochet asked Kim if I could have a go, because, you know, mushrooms, and so she said yes. This is my first go. Now, I love this. It's not finished because I'm going to do lots of decoration on it and everything, but this is my first go at this, and the way she's done the stalk and how this attaches it's so quick and easy to make. Now, I've gone wrong because I've put some stuffing in here, and apparently you're not supposed to, but that's fine. But for a base mushroom pattern, it's amazing. So I'm going to put weighted beads in here so it sits. Look, we're going to have to get over the whole what it looks like kind of thing. You know, mine's out of the gutters, people. But she's doing a testicle. Doesn't work, does it? Come test her pattern at the moment on her Instagram. So I'm going to link her down below. She also has a YouTube channel, which is brilliant. And I think this is going to be one of my core mushroom patterns, because I can see me being able to do so much with it, just from the base, and seeing if she can actually make some other different different shaped, I was going to say size, no, different, like this kind of shaped. I just love this. So this is my work in progress, and I said to her I was going to tell everybody about it, so that when it comes out, it should be out, I don't know. When it does, I'll let you all know, and I'll be able to show you all my different magical mushrooms, because these will be for sale on my website. But I love this. I do. Not quite sure about my colour choices. I'm just going to turn this light on because it's chucking it down outside. I just love this and the way it's done. So go over and follow her on Instagram and on YouTube. This is just, you know, sometimes you get those patterns, you just like, it's just brilliant. It's so simple. Because you're saying, oh, but it's so simple, and you know, people won't want to pay for this pattern. I'm like, but it's so simple, and it's like a thing. It's like a core part of, for anybody that does markers or anything, you like patterns that you can make multiple things from, and it's like a core pattern. I just think it's brilliant. So when it comes out, I will be shouting from the roofs. I've got loads of ideas, and I think I've got some sparkly embroidery floss. Magical mushrooms for my enchanted forest. So that's brilliant. Now I've got 2 more things to show you. I need to have a drink. I've noticed my lips keep going blue. This is a me thing. It's been all my life, really. So if you notice that, don't think I'm dying or anything. I'm not. It's just a me thing. I'm perfectly fine and healthy. Not perfectly fine and healthy, but I mean, for me, I'm all right. Okay. We need to talk about this. So we've got the squirrel, we've got the fox, and I've got my sprites. I've got my guardians, and I've got my baby sprite up there. I'm not going to put him down. He's right grumpy today because he doesn't like the weather. He glares at me all day. And then I was like, I need another creature that is mystical. And then I was like, I woke up like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, this is it. Where is my goblin? And I had to get up because at that time I couldn't. Well, I laid awake there for about an hour till like 5 o'clock till it was sort of like nearly half decent. Because I couldn't get it out of my mind. So I had to go search for my little goblin. I'd left him in the lounge. Look at him, he's so sweet. Do you remember him? This little goblin is from it's going to take me a while to find this. Bear with me one moment. But I really liked him, and I knew that when I got the pattern. Do you know what I've lost? I've lost my snail, my vampire snail. I've put it down somewhere. It's not in my house. Right, where are you? I have so many patterns, so many I want to do, but just don't have. I've got this beautiful Madame patterns. I've got this Halloween tree set, and I haven't even. It's going to be made from cotton, and that was a for me one. Not even started, not even looked at it yet. Got my marshmallows on sticks. I got my friend, hopefully, who's got a 3D printer. Yes, I have got a 3D printer, I know. It's over there and it doesn't work because I broke it. I'm going to get her to do my sticks, so 3D print my stick. How do people do wheelies on their bike? Yeah, you fell off. That was funny. Just watching kids go, teenagers, boys go and do wheelies on the path. Anyway, I'm going to get to 3D print these because I'm like, even though I've got all the little dowels, I was like, I just cannot be asked to make those. I want to make these. So I'm going to chase her up on that, just see how she's doing. Let's put it there. So where are we? Goblin. I've got a phoenix I want to make here. And another giraffe. I've got so many. And another splooting cat. So I've got that one up there, but he needs friends. And I want to try the beads as well. Right, this is Pax the Goblin from Blue Paw Print Crochet. I do not believe she has a Instagram, but she has Etsy. She has quite a lot of, oh, look at those. She's got like Willow the Witch. Oh, I need that. No, hold on. Oh, it's got garden. Excuse me for a moment. I'm just shopping. This is what happens. I just come on here and then all of a sudden I need all this stuff. But I'm getting, stay away from that. So this is Pax the Goblin. And I was like, this is as you can see, my first attempt. So I was like, I just need to make, he's mine. And so I made this. Now, I didn't have the right eyes because I like to use moon eyes. I needed a little forest elf, which is what was my thinking. Look at this. It's the eyes. I'm going to use moon eyes because these are just what I had available. It's 25mm eyes. So they're quite huge. Do you know, it's one of those things, it just sits in your hand. It's like a little person. It's so cute. I keep in this one because it's just adorable. And look at her face. I just can't. It's my little forest elf. Because then I had my idea was to put little dungarees on her. I cannot make patterns. I try to make dungaree. It was terrible. So she goes without dungarees. I'm like, does she need wings? This is where you come in. This is where you need to tell me. Does she need wings? Should she have like little wings? I've got lots of little patterns for wings. Just nice wings. Maybe, well, pink wings. And I can put some of my fluffy stuff on it. What is it? And put some fluff on it. Just so, yes. Wings and fluff. Oh, she's adorable. She's like so easy to make. And we don't talk about whether the legs are on the right way or not, because my next one will be perfect. I just love her. So easy to thing. You just start with the head. It's kind of like an oval shape. And then you put your eyes in. You make your arms, and then you make one leg. Oh, you make your legs, and then you do the whole joining together. And it's so simple to do. Do that. Crochet these in. Sew the head on, and then obviously the ears as well. Bob's your uncle is done. Really quick make, actually. Half an hour to an hour, or if you like me, like to faff around a bit, it's quite a bit longer. But that's my little enchanted elf. I'm going to do her in little like different pastel colours. I have started this. I've got this yellow. It's like a pastel-y yellow, but I can't help but thinking it just looks dirty. It's a Dulcie, Yarn Art Dulcie one. I've had it before, but I just, for some reason in my head, it just looks a bit dirty, so I'm not quite sure. And also it comes out a bit bigger and it's not as soft. So that's the head with the moon eyes. Can you see those? So I like those eyes better. They're still 25mm. Yeah, the head sizes. Once it's got ears on, it might be better, but we'll make it up and see how it goes on. But I love these. These just sometimes, you know, you get a pattern, you make it, and you just put it to the side, and you've got to wait for your brain to catch up to be able to figure out where it belongs in your life, really. But I do love that. I'm just going to start putting some of this stuff back. I need some room, you see, because I like to, once a week, every Sunday, I like to show you something big, something just a little bit crazy and a little bigger, like a showstopper, like my mushroom guardian, who's just, I had so much, I need to make more of them. And I didn't know quite what I was going to make this week, but maybe it would just be another sugar sprite, a forest sprite or something. But then I saw this pattern on this, where it goes wrong, from Absy's Makes. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never had a pattern from her. I don't know why I've not seen her before, because she has quite a lot of Instagram followers. This is all going to be linked down in my docs, and you know, I'll put some in the description box. Always check the description box as well of my videos. So I saw this, and it was one of those patterns you didn't even have to think about. It was in my basket, and I brought it before I even knew what I was doing. This has nothing to do with Enchanted Forests, just complete random, and I love it, absolutely love it. I did not realise how big it was going to turn out. It's taken me about 2 or 3 days. I did it bit by bit, because I was like, I just can't make it. So once I did its head, and I was like, oh, it's a little big. I don't know if you're ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I'm just like, because I had to finish it off this morning. I was like, okay, we're just going to do it. You ready? This is my big make for the week. It's a scarecrow. Oh my God. It's amazing. I did not think it was going to be this big, but he's amazing. Let me go through this with you. I think this is Stan the Scarecrow. It's on her website. I don't know if she has Etsy, but she has a website, and she has a lot of, she's got Brussels sprout, and I need to get that. But can you see why I needed to buy this pattern? reading through the patterns, I'm just going to hold this up so you can just keep looking. I will put an Instagram photo on as well, so you can just, like, if you really want to delve deep into it. Sorry, my finger's just there, just holding it. It's just too big. I really like her patterns of the PDFs. So colourful, is brilliant. Not great for printing, but I don't print anymore. I've given up on that. But she is a UK-based pattern designer, and she tells you, so she used she's done it in a couple of different yarns. So one was yarn Smith Chanel, and she's listed the colours which she uses. So I've got as close as I possibly can, because I use Boland's Bunny Baby, but I'm like, I think I might have to buy the right colours that she's used in yarn Smith Chanel, and possibly make them again. Took ages. Right, let's go through this. Look at his head. Yes, he has crows on him. I made the crows this morning. They're hot glued on. I was like, let's just do this. So start with this, his big head, which was then I realised, oh, how big is this going to be? These are 30mm moon eyes. You sew this on. Obviously you sew the mouth, and I might not kind of like this colour of the mouth. The hat and the straw. So you do the hat, you make the hat. So this is all sewed on afterwards. But then you have a back loop. You do a front loop. So you have front loops. So you basically stitch all the hair, make it on the front loop. I think not the hair, it's straw, isn't it? And it was a straw that nearly finished me off. Which is why he should have a couple more sprouting everywhere, but I was just like, I just can't do it anymore. He has a lot, look. All the way around, isn't that brilliant? So then you do the arms. I had to do one arm again because I messed up. I missed a row out, which I realised I really needed it. So the arms, when the hands were doing, I was like, oh my God, how big is this going to be? This is crocheted on afterwards. And she's got these little cuffs which just hide the join where you're sewing on or crocheting on the straw. So these two are separate, you sew them on afterwards. Then what do? You've got your boots, which are really quite cool. And then you just, do one, and then I've done an extra row on this one. I think it should have just been a slip stitch, but I wasn't reading it properly because apparently that's the thing I do. And then you just go straight into the dungarees are the body, into the red, and then you just sew it all up. Do these separately. Got a little pocket here. You've got a patch on his bum. And the little crows, look. Oh, how cute are they? They're not perfect crows, but just for him, he's brilliant. So over the week I've been going like, oh, this is a lot bigger than I thought, but I love him. Sometimes you just have to step out your, I think, kind of like comfort zone of like mushrooms and everything, and just do something crazy. I've already got a pattern that I want to do, which is it's going to be a tough one. That might take me a while, but I love him. He's my big mate for the week. Look at him, Absy's makes. Go give her some love, and you need to stand the scarecrow. I think everybody does. I mean, I think he could go into the Enchanted Forest, to be honest, to be like to scare any meanies off. Isn't he fantastic? Oh, he's lovely. I actually, even though he took a while and it was long, when you're doing quite a lot of stitches around, you're like, is this ever going to end? I just love him. I enjoyed making him. And the end result is just awesome. Her patterns are fantastic. She's got some really, really nice designs. So go and have a look. Again, all in a document in the Google Docs. So that's my big make, hopefully. If you get to the end, if you get to this point where you see me and Stan, put a little mushroom in the comments. A little mushroom. I've seen people do that, but I'd like to see how many people actually watch my stuff, or maybe just skip all through the boring stuff where I'm nattering. So yeah, that's all my makes this week. I've done quite a few actually. I feel like I've done quite a few. But don't forget, 27th of September, it will be on my Instagram and everything. It'll go live at 12 p.m. That's my website. I won't be going live. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to do my normal Wednesday podcast once I've figured out what I'm going to tell you, because I haven't done anything this week. Nothing exciting's happened yet. Oh, something has, so maybe. Right, save that to Wednesday, Nicole. And then on, I think on Saturday morning, because I was like, well, I want everybody to be able to see what I'm actually saying, because I'm going to put some stuff in there that you've maybe not seen or anything. I'm going to do a video to release it first thing Saturday morning. So it's like a little catalogue, a shopping catalogue. So you can see what I've got, what the prices, everything are. So that when the website goes live at 12, hopefully you would have picked out what you want and you can get on there and get it. Hopefully you can get it, because I don't think I'm going to get many orders at all. Wishful thinking I am, but you know, who knows. So we've got a Wednesday video, we're going to have Saturday morning, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be recording like a week on how to get my website launched and do the whole launch, and then that'll be a Sunday video. Does that make sense? I don't think it makes sense. It might make sense. In my head it makes sense. In my head it says a lot of doing a lot. At the moment, the website's bare bones. I need to take all pictures of everything. It's taken me 2 days to do postage, sort of postage out there. UK postage is fine, it's really simple to do, but it's I've only got UK and US shipping. I can't, my brain stopped, because after doing the US, because we have to I collect your customs fee when you order, so that when it gets to you, you don't have to pay any fee, kind of thing. 2 days. Oh my god, my brain. So lots to do this week. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Me and Stan are going to say goodbye, and hopefully it brightens up. It's supposed to be a bit more sunny from tomorrow onwards. We will speak to you Wednesday. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. I know it's Sunday. Have a lovely week and take care, and we'll see you soon.